today I have a Stanley FatMax 20-volt lithium drill. It's in parts. I actually used the guts of this drill to build something a long time ago. I took the motor out, and it's just a really cheap design I came up with. But what it was, this is like a mounting bracket thing I came up with that would hold this to a bike frame, and then this would connect to a drive belt, and this would drive the main wheel. Here's the belt actually I cut. Oh, maybe this was the cut one. I don't know. This is the belt. I think it's a belt from a sweeper. Anyways, it would sit like that, and then this would turn the main wheel. It was connected to the main wheel of the bike. So that part I won't need. And here was like another little thing I tried. I tried actually going through the main gearbox of the drill, and I used this flexible, like extension wire thing that hooked onto the end of the drill, so you could get angle drills, so you could drill like this. But obviously there would have been a lot of friction here, wear, and loss of power and everything. But it didn't end up working that way at all. So I just did away with that and went straight to the direct drive with the belt. In the end, none of it really worked that well. Like, barely moved at all. So not a good idea if you guys are trying to make an electric bike. Get all these little parts out of here. A bunch of screws. Luckily, they're all magnetized to this drill screwdriver for the drill or whatever. Oh, maybe some, there's a little magnet in here. They're magnetized too. Well, this is the magnet that sits on the back of the drill right here, and that's what holds your your bit or whatever when you're working. It holds it on the back of the drill. So that was kind of nice that it held all the screws together and springs and everything, so hopefully we didn't lose nothing. This was at least a year ago I took this thing apart. Let's put it back together. Here, we'll leave this one up here for a goal, so we know what we're trying to do. Here's the charger for it. It's a basic lithium thing. Alright, I think the first thing I gotta do here is get this motor off of this mound that I made. Luckily, I only used tape, and I didn't try to glue this thing in, because that would have probably been a bitch. Getting some kind of phone call here. I'm sorry about that, guys. I just got a new phone, so I didn't know what kind of vibration that was. Alright. Almost there. Wow, I did not realize how much tape I put on this thing. then I gotta get this thing off without damaging the gears. Huh. Let's get everything else ready first. Let's look at how this is gonna switch goes in here. So the spring I don't want to lose. I guess the switch goes in first. It's switching this thing back and forth. Well, we're not grabbing this bar correctly. Maybe this is part of it, it looks like. Okay, I see it. It goes on there like this. This little plastic piece. There's a little bar right here that is adjusting the speed. This little plastic piece has got a little notch in it. You set it right on it like that, and then you want this back part, this little circle nub, to slide in on that spring. So now you can see this thing is moving. I engage it. So now I need to put this cover on here to hold this part in. Pretty simple. So that's ready. So this is like, this would have to be in here to hold this. Does it screw in and lock in place or something? It's got these little clips, so I think that's what it does. I think you turn it right into place. Yeah, you drop it down and you turn it really hard. There. It's locked in. All the gears and stuff are stuck in there. Sure that screws would go in there, but maybe not. Look again. No, there's no way the screws would go in there. So maybe this screws to the motor first before put it in there. Like I said, it's been like a year since I've done this. Yeah, there's definitely screw holes for the motor. So we gotta get this plastic thing off. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that. I'm thinking heating it. Not 100. Let me give her a tap here without bending the main drive. We're getting there. There it is. Boom. There we go. Hopefully none of the teeth got damaged. Just some glue in there. Clean that out. Let's go in here and clean all the glue out of each tooth. So now this slides in to the planetary gear system and locks like we just did. So you gotta make sure that the gears line up first. This is going to be kind of difficult. There we go. There, it's locked in. That was actually simple. Huh. Look at that. That's where all the power is. Gearbox right here. Motor. I cut this motor, so I'm going to probably have to resolder here. But look, this one's actually soldered on. That doesn't happen very often. A lot of times they use connectors to make it easy. It's probably connected on down here though with connectors, but still it's good to see up here where all the movement, power, and heat is and everything, where all the corrosion, the dust and metal dust and stuff's going to get. They actually have soldered it. Very good to see that. So, I guess to make sure this thing's going to work, I should just hook it up to the wires manually here, just twist them together, back together, hook the battery up, and turn it on and see if this thing turns. This one. This one. Alright guys, let's see what happens. It's working. Look at that. I hear some grinding now. What is that noise? Huh. Maybe some glue stuck in there and it's hitting. It seemed like it went away when I sped it up a little bit. And it was like slowly going away, so. Alright. I'm gonna sound like I stripped that screw. Kind of alarming because I'm running out of holes to put these screws. Hopefully this is where they go. Trust me, if I cared more about this drill, I would be hand screwing these in and making sure nothing bad happens to it. Just doing this fast. Okay. See how our bit just sit there, put this back in. Make sure there's no fires when you plug it in. That was not a good sound. I feel like something is just slipping away in there. What could that be? That does not sound good. Oh my gosh. Maybe this little spring will fix it. Okay, this has got to be took back apart, obviously. And something's up with this clutch system. So, got to take it apart anyways to get the wires soldered and all that, so. Okay, I forgot to record when I finished fixing that drill. This is the other drill. The drill I fixed, I already took back to my parents' house and gave that drill to my father. And I kept the other one. So, this is the part that wasn't working. When it was doing that clicking noise, that was the part. Because I noticed when editing this video, I left out me fixing that part. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to tell you guys what happened here. The other spring that was in there, there was one spring up here that I put in there, and I did put the other spring in there. So there should have been a spring on both sides of this yellow thing. And that is what keeps it detented in both directions. So that was the problem. I just wanted to let you guys know, because I know when you're watching this video, you're going to see it cut, you know, to a different scenery somewhat. My desk probably looks different, and that's the reason why, because this is like a few days later and I forgot to add that part in there. Sorry guys, but I hope you understand what the problem was with that. It was that part right there. So it's all back together again. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more breakdowns and unboxings and fixes and reviews and lots of cool stuff. Alright, so share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, thanks guys.